Cold winds swept through the quiet American town of Pine Ridge as the streetlights flickered over cracked sidewalks and shuttered storefronts. In the shadow of an old, abandoned gas station, 15-year-old Evan Miller pulled his thin jacket tighter around his chest. Life hadn't been kind to him. His mom had passed away 2 years earlier, and with no relatives to take him in, the streets had become his home. Still, Evan never lost the gentle heart his mother had raised him with. As he sat beside a rusted vending machine, sorting the few coins he collected that day, a distant rumble interrupted the silence. The noise grew louder, the unmistakable thunder of motorcycles tearing down the highway. Within seconds, nearly a dozen Harley engines turned the night into a vibrating symphony. The Hells Angels had arrived in Pine Ridge for their annual cross-state ride. Most townspeople closed their doors whenever the bikers came, but Evan watched them with curiosity. Tall men with leather jackets, heavy boots, long beards, and intimidating tattoos rode past him like a moving wall of steel. Yet Evan wasn't afraid. If anything, he admired their strength, their unity, their freedom, things he wished he had. The bikers parked outside Danny's diner, laughing, stretching, talking loudly. Evan stayed at a distance, just watching. That's when everything changed. A sharp scream pierced the night. A little girl, no more than 7, collapsed on the pavement near one of the bikes. Lily, the daughter of the chapter's sergeant, hit the ground without warning. Panic spread instantly. One biker dropped his jacket. Another shouted for help. The sergeant, Rocco, fell to his knees beside her, shaking her shoulders, but she wasn't responding. Evan felt his heart leap into his throat. He didn't think, he ran. Pushing past the towering bikers, Evan knelt next to Lily. Her face was pale, lips turning blue. The men stared in confusion as the shabby, skinny teenager placed his hands on her tiny chest. "My mom taught me CPR," he said breathlessly, more to himself than to anyone else. He began compressions, steady, focused, counting under his breath. "Come on, breathe, please breathe." Seconds turned into eternities. Rocco hovered, terrified. "Is she?" "Give him space," another biker barked. Evan kept going. Sweat dripped down his forehead, his arms trembled, his pulse raced. Then, a cough. A faint, choking gasp. Lily's chest rose, and her eyes fluttered open. The world around Evan went silent. The massive men who moments ago looked like giants now stared at the homeless boy as if witnessing a miracle. Rocco grabbed his daughter, tears streaming down his rugged face. Lily blinked, confused but alive. Evan sat back, breathing heavily, unsure what to do as everyone stared at him. Rocco rose slowly, towering over the boy. For a moment, Evan thought he might get yelled at. Instead, the sergeant put a hand on Evan's shoulder. "You saved my little girl." Those 5 words changed everything. And for the first time in years, Evan felt like he mattered. The morning sun rose over Pine Ridge with a strange, buzzing energy. Every diner, every porch, every small-town gossip circle seemed to repeat the same line. The homeless boy saved Rocco's daughter. Evan woke up beside the same abandoned gas station where he always slept. His thin blanket barely kept out the cold, but today he felt something he hadn't felt in years: hope. Still, he didn't know that the town and the Hells Angels were about to change his life forever. At around 9 in the morning, a deep rumble shook the streets again. Evan sat up instantly. The familiar thunder of motorcycles echoed through the town, louder this time, heavier, like an approaching storm. The Hells Angels weren't just riding by. They were coming for him. One by one, more than 20 bikes formed a line in front of the gas station, chrome shining under the sun. People peeked from windows. Shop owners stepped outside. Cars slowed down just to look. Pine Ridge had never seen anything like it. Evan froze, unsure whether to stand or hide. Rocco stepped off his bike first. His leather jacket creaked as he walked toward Evan with his daughter Lily perched on his hip. Instead of fear, Evan saw something unexpected in the sergeant's eyes: gratitude. Lily reached out her arms. "Hi, Evan," she said cheerfully. Evan blinked, stunned. "Hi." Rocco knelt beside him. You saved my little girl, son. That's something a man can't ever repay, but we're sure gonna try." Before Evan could respond, the bikers unloaded tools, wood, bags and boxes from their bikes. The sight was unbelievable. Tough, tattooed men carrying blankets, a heater, food supplies, and even a mattress. "We are building you a place," one biker said with a grin. "Right here," another added. "A real home, warm, safe, yours." Evan's throat tightened. "For me." "For family," Rocco corrected, "and your family now." The work began immediately. Bikers hammered plywood, sawed planks, and argued over the best roof design. Some painted the walls, others ran into town to buy more supplies. It looked less like a rough biker gang and more like a loud, mismatched construction crew. Town folks gathered around, whispering in disbelief. No one ever done that for him. He lived alone all this time. Those bikers got bigger hearts than we thought. By noon, a small but sturdy cabin stood beside the gas station, complete with insulation, a bed, shelves, and a small electric heater. They even placed a wooden sign above the door. "EVAN's place, angels watching over." Rocco draped something over Evan's shoulders, a custom leather jacket, soft and warm, with a stitched patch reading, "Honorary Hell's Angel, family by loyalty." Evan's eyes filled with tears he tried to hide. Rocco pulled him into a firm, fatherly hug. "You're not alone anymore," he said, "not ever." And in that moment, the boy who once slept on cold concrete knew one thing for certain.